In the tranquil town of Hanamura, surrounded by rolling hills and cherry blossoms, lived Riku, a quiet boy with eyes that always seemed to stare beyond the horizon. While others embraced the comforts of tradition and predictability, Riku spent his days training in the forests, his hands calloused from wielding a wooden sword he crafted himself. The villagers called him strange. Why work so hard for nothing, they asked. But Riku never responded. He had no interest in explaining himself to people content with mediocrity. He wasn't chasing their approval. He was chasing the shadow of his own potential. One day, a traveling swordsman arrived in Hanamura. He was dressed in black, his aura commanding respect. With a single challenge, he humiliated the town's best fighters in moments, his blade moving faster than the eye could follow. "Is there no one here who can entertain me?" he asked, his voice dripping with disdain. The villagers trembled, turning their eyes to Riku. "Why not let the strange boy try?" someone jeered. "He's always playing samurai in the woods." Riku stepped forward, his wooden sword in hand. The swordsman laughed. "You dare face me with a stick? Do you value your life so little?" Riku's gaze was calm. "It's not the weapon that matters. It's the one who wields it." The duel began, and for the first time, the villagers saw the truth behind Riku's solitude. His movements were precise, his resolve unshakable. He didn't match the swordsman's speed or strength, but he danced around every attack, his wooden sword striking with unexpected force. Though he ultimately fell to his knees, exhausted and bleeding, Riku's final strike had disarmed the swordsman, sending his blade clattering to the ground. For a moment, there was only silence. Then, the swordsman picked up his weapon, sheathed it, and bowed. "You've trained not for glory, but for mastery," he said. "Few understand that path. You've earned my respect." As the swordsman left, the villagers approached Riku, their mockery replaced by awe. "Why didn't you tell us you were so skilled?" they asked. Riku smiled faintly, his voice steady. "Because I wasn't training for you. Strength isn't about being better than others. It's about being better than who I was yesterday." From that day, the villagers began to see Riku in a new light. Some even sought to learn from him, inspired by his quiet determination. But Riku didn't linger in their praise. The next morning, he packed his belongings and set off toward the horizon, seeking new challenges and higher peaks.